So today we will talk about the two ordinances recently issued by the President of India. What is the two ordinances, what is all about, and what talks about that ordinance, and we will talk about what is ordinance, why ordinance is important, President power regarding the ordinance. So let's talk about why news, why ordinance is news. Recently the President promulgated the two ordinances related to the CBI and ED director. So their extension of tenure has been taking place through this ordinance issued by the President. So remember that. And similarly, there is a Ministry of Public Grievances notified an amendment in the Rule 56A of Fundamental Rules 1921. So this is the two. So two ordinances, and there is a notification by the Ministry of Personnel. So what are the two ordinances? So remember that it is about the extension of tenure related to the CBI director and the ED director. Remember that CBI full form is the Central Bureau of Investigation and ED is the Enforcement Directorate, or you can say the Directorate Enforcement. So this is on. So President amended the Central Vigilance Commission in case of ED. So Central Vigilance Commission Act in 2010, and in case of CBI director amended the Delhi Special Police Establishment Act 1946 and inserted the 4B1 in Delhi Police related to the extension of tenure. So what is that? What is the ordinance said that if there is anything which is in public interest, so there will be a 2-year fixed tenure of the CBI director and the ED director. But after that, there will be year by year extension can be given by the central government to the what is by the recommended committee. So obviously, as you know, appointment CBI director and ED director is appointed by the appointment committee, and that is committee led by the Prime Minister related to the CBI and ED thereby the Vigilance Commissioner. So this is the very important. So in case of section inserted and which is related to the extension of tenure, so from the 2 year up to 5 year. But remember that it's a 2 and then 1 and then 1 and then 1, not directly 2 to 5. But there will be extension of fixed tenure of 2 year, and then after that 1 year and then 1 year and then 1 year. So there will be a separate issue notification done by the central government. Remember that. And the acts deal with the CBI director, and section 25 clause D was added in the Central Vigilance Commission Act with the fixed tenure of ED director. Remember that. And this extension can be done in the public interest. So this is very important. So if you talk about the CBI director appointment and ED director appointment, then let's talk about. So CBI director is appointed under section 4A of the Delhi Special Police Establishment Act 1946, and this is appointed by a committee, and committee is headed by the PM, which is the chairperson of that committee, and the Lok Sabha opposition member in the Lok Sabha. Remember that. And Chief Justice of India or whatever is nominated by a Chief Justice of India. So there is a 3-member committee which declared the name of CBI director and then appointment by the central government. Remember that CBI director is appointed by the central government under section 4A of the Delhi Police Establishment Act. So remember that. If you talk about the Enforcement Directorate director, then remember that it is also appointed by the central government under Article 25 of the Central Vigilance Act 2003. And remember that, and this is also constituted committee, and that constituted committee is Central Vigilance Commissioner as a chairman, and other members include the Vigilance Commissioners, and if you talk about the Union Home Secretary and the Ministry of Personnel Secretary and then the Revenue Secretary. So this is his appointment, and remember that this appointment is done under Article 25 of the Central Vigilance Act. And now as I have told you, the amendment has extended the tenure up to 5 years, 2 year plus 1 year plus 1 year and plus 1 year. So up to 5 years. So remember that, not directly 2 to 5 but 2, 1, 1 and 1. So there will be a separate notification in each year, and that should be recommended by these committee in both the cases of CBI director as well as the ED director. Now let's talk about the ordinance. The ordinance making power lies with the President of India, and this is clearly said in the Constitution of India. But why this provision in the Constitution? So there is a provision in the constitution to meet the unforeseen contingency like the COVID-19. Because in the COVID-19, obviously the lawmaking power lies with the parliament and the state legislature. And obviously because of the COVID-19, the parliament not seated, similarly the state legislature. To meet such unforeseen contingency, there is a provision in the constitution like ordinance, and that is the what is the importance of ordinance. And obviously the ordinance is issued by the President of India under Article 120 at the union level, and if you talk about ordinance is also issued by the governor in the state under Article 230. But remember that there are some conditions to meet, because it cannot be a substitute of parliament or state legislature, means the lawmaking power of the parliament and the state legislature. So there should be some condition, that in which condition that this ordinance should be issued. So let's talk about. As I have told you that ordinance issued by the president under Article 123 of the constitution and governor at state level under Article 212 in case of state, as I have told you. And remember that this is not an executive power of the president and governor. This is a legislative power. Remember, this is the keyword. This is a legislative power of state and governor. This is very, very important point. So remember that. If we talk about the condition, then one of the condition is that one of the houses must not be in session. If you talk about the recent ordinance, and if you talk about the last many such ordinances, like agricultural bill is passed through the ordinance. So this is the very, and if you talk about the pollution, you know, in Delhi there is the pollution law has been taken, that is also through ordinances. There are the many ordinances, and recently about the ED and CBI director, there is the Central Vigilance Act ordinance, and obviously the Delhi Police Service. So in case of that, one of the houses must not be in session or seated in the parliament, or either the both the houses. Why this provision is that? Because laws making power lies with the both houses of parliament, means the bill has to pass by both the houses of parliament and then countersigned by the president of India. So if the one of the houses is absent, then how can we can make a law? So that is the first condition. Then obviously to meet, and why the ordinance is important, to meet unforeseen contingency in the absence of law. Obviously there is a no law, that's why there is an ordinance. So this is one of the important. So if we talk about the at the union level, then president can issue ordinance, only those ordinance in which parliament has the power to legislate. Suppose in some cases the parliament has not the power to legislate on some subject, then president has no power to issue such an ordinance. Similarly like governor. So this is one of the important, and it is subject to constitutional limits. So remember that this is the constitutional limit. What do you mean by the constitutional limit? There are some constitutional limit given by the Supreme Court, popularly known as the basic structure, in which the fundamental rights, secularism, these are the kind of things which are under the basic structure cannot be taken through the ordinance. And similarly at the state level issued by the governor. So this is very, very important. You need to remember basically the article is very important, and the condition is very, very important. So next thing about the ordinance, then remember that every ordinance which is issued by the president must be laid before both houses of parliament or state legislature within 6 weeks, and it must be approved. If it is not approved by the parliament or the state legislature, then it ceases to exist, means now the ordinance is nullified. There will be no enforcement of that ordinance. And remember that this ordinance has the same force of law. So just like a law, there is an ordinance, but it must be approved by the parliament within 6 weeks. So remember that. If you talk about the another thing, then remember that, and there should be a reason should be provided in that ordinance which necessitated the circumstances to issue an ordinance. So remember that. If you talk about the 44th constitutional amendment, said that ordinance can be challenged in courts and not beyond the judicial review. So this is one of the amendment you need to remember, 44th amendment. What is the summary of this video? You need to remember that there is an extension of tenure of CBI director and ED director. ED and CBI director is appointed by the central government, and there is a constitution committee, and that committee gives the name and then appointed by the central government. You need to remember. And this act done by the obviously CBI director, if you talk about the Delhi Police Establishment Act 1946, and if you talk about the Enforcement Directorate director, if you talk about then the Central Vigilance Commission. If you talk about the ordinance, then remember that president issued the ordinance at the union level, and if you talk about the governor issued an ordinance at the state state level. And remember that it is subject to the advice of Council of Minister in case of state, and obviously in case of at the union level. And president issued under article 123 and governor issued under article 213. So you need to remember, and obviously there are the some conditions which you need to follow, and if it, and this ordinance making power of president and governor is a legislative power, you need to remember. So thank you guys, hope you like this video. You should subscribe my channel. Thank you so much for watching this video.